Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob, and welcome to the Uplifting Gamer Podcast. I know. It's been a minute. A long minute. But I am back finally, and I am about to piss off about every single gamer known to mankind. Grand Theft Auto 6. This is a mistake waiting to happen. And I know what you're thinking. What the hell am I on? What? Why is Grand Theft Auto 6 a mistake? Why is probably one of the most anticipated games of probably next generation and the generation after that a mistake? I can tell you why. Because if you look at Grand Theft Auto 5, that game released in 2013. Multiplayer was rocky for a bit, but once it balanced out, they started releasing updates. Then the single player DLC that was supposedly released, was going to be released, mysteriously vanished. Gee, I wonder what happened to that. Well, I can tell you what happened to that. Grand Theft Auto 5 Online happened. They started release updates for that. And then, guess what starts breaking in the money? Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. And it will go on and on, update after update. And people bought it. People will buy it. And that's the worst part about it. People are going to buy these updates. And this game is arguably going to be $100. Easily. That's standard. $99.99 standard before tax. And I can guarantee that's what that's going to be. And the worst part about it, people will buy it. We think $60 or $70 for a game is bad nowadays. Imagine what's going to happen when we get to the $120 games. Grand Theft Auto 6 has two options here. It's either going to fail miserably, or it's going to be the greatest thing that ever happened to the gaming industry. Because this inspires one thing, and one thing only. If we look back and learn from the past, we look at everything that's happened, we can see one glaring common goal. And that's this. Microtransactions are inevitable. They will easily take your money. They will take everything they can. And they will give you stuff that you don't even need. It's optional in game. And you'll still buy it. And then loot boxes become a court case. Which has actually happened. That's a true story. I don't want to get into that, but you can look it up if you want. There's this thing called Google. But, yeah, that's just the way it is. If you're going to tell me right now, not face to face, if you can tell me that Grand Theft Auto 6 will not have microtransactions, I will personally, you're right, I will stop the podcast. I will never publish another episode. But you can't tell me that because I'm right. They will have microtransactions. And they will have countless versions of them. And shame on Rockstar for doing it. They know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. We saw GTA 5. They know how much they can get away with now. Now imagine that on a map that's 3 times that size. Yeah. They're going to look at that, say, we can get away with a lot of shit. Let's see what we can do. This is the perfect storm for them. And if we go away and let's take that business model from Grand Theft Auto 6. Let's apply that to a sports game. One that's already riddled with microtransactions. We can look at that and they can say, oh, you want a legacy team? Pay $9.99. That's what you can do. You can get all the Pittsburgh Penguins or New York Rangers or Pittsburgh Steelers, Jets, you name a damn basketball team, football team, hockey team. You want that legacy team? You pay $9.99, we'll give you them all. And it will go on, and it's going to be the ultimate wave, an ultimate tsunami that's going to go down. And I know I sound like a madman, but I'm going to call it now. Grand Theft Auto was one of the biggest mistakes that we could have made for the gaming's future, and it is because that microtransactions are going to take over so badly that we can't even recognize anymore. Anthem was one of that. You booted up Anthem and you got directed straight to the store. That's how bad Anthem was. It's not good. We are not in a good way for this game in any way, shape, or form. You cannot tell me otherwise that you can say, hey, you know it's going to be fun. You're going to release a game full of microtransactions and you're going to smile about it. No, that's not fun. And I can see people saying, well, you gotta balance out the money because they put so much work into the graphics. Here's the deal. This is my opinion. You can have your own opinion. It's a free country, free world. You can do what you want with your opinion. But this is mine. I would much rather have a game that is incredible on the gameplay standpoint. And maybe even cartoonish with the graphics than a game that is terrible in gameplay, repetitive, and hyper-realistic. I would much rather focus on gameplay over graphics than graphics over gameplay. Because we all know what Grand Theft Auto 6 basically is. It's just, oh, I shoot somebody, take the car, gone. See ya, bye. That's what it is. So, what am I supposed to do here? I can tell you what I'm supposed to do. You don't buy the game. But with the $100 price tag, it's somehow going to still sell out. And then scalpers come along. We're going to mark it up to $300. And it's going to come out and it's going to sell like hotcakes. I do not know how that this is going to work. I don't know why that we are letting this happen. But this is something that shouldn't happen. This is something that needs to be dealt with, because if they start releasing countless microtransactions in the Grand Theft Auto 6, there is a problem waiting to happen throughout everything. Call of Duty's already ready with them. They are already feeling that effect. They know they can get away with shit like that. Call of Duty isn't Call of Duty anymore. At least Fortnite doesn't hide it. Fortnite's free. They have a reason to put it in there. They need to make money. Call of Duty is like $70 or $60. Yeah, they don't need that. But they do it anyway. So, why? Like, you're not going to need 8 houses, 8 heists, 5,000 cars on a map that you're barely ever going to play, and a server's going to crash probably within the first month. And if you don't believe me on why Grand Theft Auto 5 took priority, look at Red Dead Redemption Online. That died within a week because they didn't see any potential. Nothing. They saw nothing. So they went back to the cash cow and said, hey, let's get some more money again. What's the stuff from other studios been doing it? I'm not screaming here with a tinfoil hat. I'm not saying there's a conspiracy theory here. There's nothing like that. I'm just saying we need to be cautious on where we're going with this. Because if we're not, we need to be ready to prepare for the consequences. Because it isn't going to be easy for us. It's at least not for our wallets. It's not going to be easy for our wallets. And God help everybody's paychecks, because that isn't going to be fun either. So, if we thought $80 on the Nintendo Switch 2 game was bad, imagine what happens with 120. And if let's just say, this is hypothetical. This is me signing off, by the way. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, $100 for the standard edition, Grand Theft Auto 6. Digital Deluxe, $120. Physical edition for Deluxe, $120. Collector's edition, you're going $200, $250 easily. With all the amount of stuff that you're going to get, you're probably going to get extra money and online, exclusive guns, you name it. Whatever they can give you, they are going to. And the shitty thing is, they can charge it. Because they have one thing that every other gaming studio doesn't have. It's the fact that they made a game that's so hyper-realistic that they can get away with saying it. Get away with saying that they are just going to do it. And saying we need to get our money back. But we're going to find out in May, when, at least, that's what, a year from now? Yeah. We're going to find out in a year in exactly what exactly happens. And let's see how badly or well this episode aged. Because a lot of my episodes don't age well, and I'm finding that a funny trend. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, and I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping this episode ages like milk. It is terrible, and somehow Rockstar Games grows a conscience. I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight face. That's a terrible thing to say. They are not going to do that whatsoever. It's hard to hide. It is. And I hate saying this. But that's just a matter of fact. You can't you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and Rockstar is the old dog. They have all their tricks in the bag already. And I can guarantee the number one trick they're going to go to is, what's the number one way we can get your money? So, that is all for this episode of the Epileptic Gamer. I am sorry for the prolonged wait of me getting this episode to you guys, even though it was me kind of saying the same thing over and over again. But I feel like it had to be said. This is not a good thing to have happen. It's going to be a $100 game. And that's not good. So, that's it, everybody. You have a great night, great summer, and happy Father's Day, because that's when this got uploaded. And I will see you during the next episode. Bye-bye.